basically have to record this twice because I forgot to record the usual. It's my first recording in a while for like a review, but let's get into it. So it's just cool that we kind of got an anthology, it series, since I wasn't a fan of the modern films. Probably not as good as like the original film and TV series, which I should probably check out after, because I was gonna say after I've watched this show, but it's gonna be on for a while, so I could just check it out anyway. But yeah, I'm just hoping someday we can get like an anthology series for like Halloween, if that show's still gonna come out since the director left, I guess. But yeah, so basically it starts off with them in the cinemas, and you got this kid who sucks on the dodo, and he's kind of not in there without pain, so he has to run out, and this black girl hides him, so he's able to escape. He tries to hitch a ride, and he ends up being with this weird family, and you got one who's possibly eating the liver, like the sister, I think. Yeah. And then literally the mum just starts becoming pregnant out of nowhere and gives birth to like some evil baby. I don't even know what to call it. Like Jesus. And that's kind of how to start the show. It's kind of cool, they're kind of focusing on different threats instead of just it himself, unless these threats basically are connected to it. Like he creates these threats because they're not really showing him so much. And that's very ballsy to do, yeah. You'd think they'd want to show it as soon as possible, but not this show. They're trying to actually build like things a lot better than, I guess, the modern movies did, because I wasn't a fan of the modern films. I'm never really a fan of it anyway, but this has got me intrigued, because yeah, we've got these new kids that we'll focus on, and then we got this guy who's in the military. He becomes important because he's like the father of one of the kids, I guess. Yeah, it's like a high-ranking soldier, so yeah. He ends up going through some stuff in episode 2, which we'll get to, but then you got the main kid, her. She's the one who gets the most focus and kind of sees most of what those monsters, I guess. And he's kind of on a mission on his side, which I'll talk more about in episode 2. And then you got these other two kids. Like they seem like fun characters. But yeah, if you've watched the episode, you kind of know how things are gonna go, which I'll get to. And it's kind of what made me watch the show anyway. But yeah. And she's like talking to him. I think it's just like a flashback before he got taken. Yeah. But yeah, she just ends up seeing some weird stuff, and just the imagery is pretty cool. Yeah, with how they handle it, like definitely it would be scary if you was watching it as a kid. Just like how people used to be scared of the old It, from what I've heard. Yeah. And then they all end up deciding to work together to find out what this is. Yeah. I'm not really going to talk much about this stuff, and I don't really know what the direction it's going so far. And I mean, the way how they end episode 2, I guess I'll talk about that, but I'm just talking about episode 1 right now. So he just has a family dinner, reads a comic, he sees something, because basically all the kids kind of see something, so that's what brings them together to try and fight it. And then they find out, how, I can't remember if it was their friend, the kid at the beginning, like they all knew him, so they decided to go to the place where he went missing. So that's when they went to the cinemas, and then he ends up getting attacked by one of these creatures as well, but it seems like only they can see it though. It's kind of something that they have to fight, because it's basically, from what I understand, if it does work for this, basically everyone has to fight their greatest fear. Like basically it makes you see your greatest fear, so the way how they're using like the fears as the threat instead of it himself. Yeah, it's kind of cool, instead of just showing it. Yeah. Or Pennywise, that's what you call him, because he's able to, I guess, stop it. And they go to the cinemas where the kid went missing to try summon what took him. And then in this scene, literally half of the kids just get massacred, which is surprising. Also, just like it's bonfire night, so that's why there's a lot of noise. And you literally see the kid that was taken, and then he just smiles, and then the flipping baby fetus thing just comes and just kills off like half the kids, and she survives, and the black girl, but the rest die. And then there's the one with the glasses, like she's just hanging out with like the popular kids, I guess, somehow. I don't even know how she pulled that off, but I guess we'll talk about that in episode 2. But yeah. Just a crazy way to start the show. I basically heard that half the kids got killed. So I was like, what? Maybe I should check out this show. Like, not even the first flipping modern It film was that ballsy to do something like that. So I was like, man, I need to check this out then. This seems different. Yeah, and then I found out it's an anthology series, and I was like, oh, something I actually want to see. Yeah. Something that I hope Halloween really does, but yeah. That's episode 1. I guess this is after what happened, so she's just basically having like nightmares of what happened on that night, I guess. And what happened to the other kids. Everyone just thinks she's crazy. And then you got this really cool intro that just reminds me of Fallout, which, man, I can't wait for Fallout to come back. I don't think I reviewed season 1, right? I mean, I could briefly do a review on season 1. But yeah, I'll see. But yeah, this show seems like it does have potential. Just hope it stays on a good one. Doesn't end up like Alien Earth. Because Alien Earth literally has some of the best episodes. I feel like of TV this year, but it's like the rest of the episodes that are like average to bad. That kind of puts it down overall. But those 3 episodes, like literally one episode, was better than the first Alien film to me. So I don't know if this show's gonna achieve something where I'd have to go back and watch the old the It TV series. I don't know if I'd rewatch the films because I know I don't like them. Just say like maybe they could create something better than any of those stuff. I don't know if I'm going too far to even say that. But since I'm not a big Pennywise fan anyway, who knows? Like I could enjoy this more than anything previously from the Pennywise franchise. So far, it has potential to do that, but we'll just see where the story goes, really. But yeah, he just basically visits home for a bit to see his family. The wife, like, she ends up seeing some weird stuff happen when she goes out. And then you got I guess this girl hanging out with these flipping popular kids, which is just a bit weird. I don't even know how she pulled that off, just because she's goofy and stuff. Yeah. Then later on in the episode, like the I guess the main popular one tries to like embarrass her, saying like, "Oh, you're in the same outfit as yesterday," and then she's trying to cope with what she saw. And I don't know, these two seem like they're drifting apart as she's hanging out with like the more cooler kids, I guess, the bitchy kids, and she's just going for a lot. Yeah. And then she starts seeing some weird stuff. It seems like because of the time period it's set in, I'm like, man, no one's really being racist to her or anything, because you know those times. But it seems like something more strange is going on. I mean, if you go into a town in these times that are not racist, and you're seeing literally a kid getting flipping nearly beaten up to death, you know something's wrong with this town. Like, she's the only one to actually care, so I'm just like, that is odd. Unless in this scene she was literally just seeing things. Like, maybe it actually wasn't as bad as what she was seeing. Maybe they were just having a little play fight, but I was thinking like, what? What's wrong with her? Because it might actually not have been like that. So it's kind of cool that it kind of messes with the adults as well. Just like what I saw with It 2, the second It film, which, oh, it's just terrible compared to the first film. At least the first film was just okay. I'm not a big fan of it. Second film was terrible, and I'd never rewatch it. But yeah. They're just talking about their day and the weird things she saw, and then she just ends up literally having the most disturbing scene in the whole episode, probably in the show so far. Like, my god, about her mum, because I guess her mum gave birth to her, and then I guess she died from it, so she ends up going through some trippy stuff like that. Like, it's just messed up. I just don't even know if I can show that whole scene. But yeah, that's probably the best thing I've seen so far. Like, if you saw that as a kid, traumatized. But yeah, you guys chatting with each other, and then, you know, this is where you get your first racist scene for the time period, because they don't think they have the classification to enter the place, but I think they basically have the better classification than him. So yeah, like, my god, I could even talk for a second. And I guess they've possibly found something, which gets revealed at the end of the episode. They're getting like shitty food for school dinner. She decides to not sit with her friend and those popular kids. she's talking with her because they know what's going on. Like, it hasn't really touched her yet. I mean, I actually can't wait to see when he actually, you know, goes after her, because, man, just abandoning her friend for the cool kids and then just calling her crazy. Like, bro, I was the unloyal friend. But yeah, but you know, she just know like something might happen to her dad if she says anything. Yeah, which ends up happening, and then you just got this kid talking with this kid, and then someone throws like some kind of bomb thing, and he just runs into like the teacher, I guess. And I guess he gets detention, but he still ends up enjoying it because I guess he's the kind of nerd that just enjoys reading, I guess. Yeah, like no matter what it is, he'll just enjoy it. And she kind of notices that. And then they see something, and then it seems like she's gonna end up in a flipping asylum, like by the end of the episode. And she accidentally says something about the black girl's dad, which gets him in trouble, so he gets arrested. And then she gets pissed at her. Yeah. So yeah, he's kind of getting held right now. He gets set free, and then they end up discussing about something they've found, and he wants to show him by the end of the episode. And she's just going to the shop because her mum's on a double shift to get some groceries, but then she starts seeing like literally people following her, saying things about her that she's crazy, seeing like the dead kids on cereal boxes, and she gets surrounded, and she sees like her dad in a flipping pickle jar, like, man, and it ends up coming after her, and I guess everyone in the shop saw her like that, so yep, she's going to the asylum. And then I guess he's gonna go see what's up with what they found. And she gets taken to that asylum place, and literally the people look like they're crazy, actual crazier than her, with them smiling and stuff. And she's the only one who's seen that. Yeah, like Pennywise wants to for her to like her sanity to be fully broken to easily take her, I guess. Yeah, like once you end up in that asylum, like you're basically done. There's no way to defend yourself. The only franchise I know where you actually can defend, well, you're basically fully protected in that asylum, is Final Destination, because you're literally locked up in a place where there's no really anything to kill you, but then you're not really living in an asylum. That's the only thing. So at that point you'd rather be dead. And then they end up finding like a car. For a second I thought it was the same car from episode 1 with the kid, but I saw guns in it, so I guess we'll see. And I might just check someone's review anyway, just to see what they think about this scene. Because I was just thinking it was the same car from the first episode. It probably is, but yeah. It looks like it. And yeah, that's my reviews of episode 1 and 2 of the Pennywise show. Welcome to Derry. It's pretty good. Already seems like it could be better than the modern films. I need to go back and watch the old stuff, but yeah. I guess I'll find a new show to watch, and I'll keep reviewing it, yeah. So yeah. Be sure you leave a like. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.